Before I finish, I want to add a note, both personal and political. 2 years ago, I sought the presidency to lead us on a different course. I'm proud of the campaign we ran, proud of the fact that 3 years ago, I said that Iraq was the wrong war, in the wrong place, at the wrong time. Proud that we defined energy independence and made it, for the first time, part of the presidential race. Proud of a health care plan that we laid out that, to this moment, remains viable and waiting to be used in order to lower the health care costs for our fellow Americans. We came close, Mr. President, certainly close enough to be tempted to try again. There are powerful reasons to want to continue that fight now. But I've concluded this isn't the time for me to mount a presidential campaign. It is the time to put my energy to work as part of the majority in the Senate, to do all I can to end this war and strengthen our security and our ability to fight the real war on terror. The people of Massachusetts have given me an incredible privilege to serve, and I intend to work here to change a policy in Iraq that threatens all that I've cared about and fought for since I came home from Vietnam. The fact is that what happens here in the next 2 years may irrevocably shape or terribly distort the administration of whichever candidate is next elected president. Decisions are being taken and put into effect today and in the days to come that may leave to the next president a wider war, a war even more painful, more difficult, more prolonged than the war we already have. Iraq, if we senators force a change, of course, may yet bring stability and an exit with American security intact. Or it may bring our efforts in the region to a failure that we will all recognize as a catastrophe. I don't want the next president to find that they have inherited a nation still divided and a policy destined to end, as Vietnam did, in a bitter and sad legacy. I intend to devote all my efforts and energies over the coming 2 years, not to another race for the presidency for myself, but to doing whatever I can to ensure that the next president can take the oath with a reasonable prospect of success for him or her, for the United States. And I intend to speak the truth as I find it, without regard for political correctness or partisan advantage, to advise my colleagues and my fellow citizens to the best of my ability and judgment, and to support every action the Senate may reasonably and constitutionally take to guide and direct the ship of state. This mission, this responsibility is something all of us must accept. And as someone who made the mistake of voting for the resolution that gave the president the authority to go to war, I feel the weight of a personal responsibility to act, to devote time and energy to the national dialogue in an effort to limit this war and bring our participation to a conclusion. I thank the chair.